Good evening, everyone. I'm Bill, and you are watching Weird Fantastic Toy Adventures Late Night. Good to see everyone here. We had a lot of people came in very early today. Let me go up the list here and see if I can see who all came in. Shaitan's Hammer says, I'll be listening, but pretty much pinched a nerve or slipped a disc and has flattened me. Well, I hope you get to feeling better there, Shaitan. I mean, I hate to hear that. Figuratively speaking, has made it home. Good deal there, John. Good to see you home. Sue Studio came in, said her dad is kind of ill, and so she's staying at his house. Hope she's going to be doing okay. Blue Sasquatch came in saying he likes sharks. I like them too, man. I like them with big freaking lasers on their head, though. George Valentine said, good evening, sir, in chat. Sir Clifton coming in to say hello. Motu Jones are hanging out down there talking to the Nightbot. Bjorn Jorgensen says, Spadoinkle. Spadoinkle. All Music Fan 88 in the house. Good to see you, sir. And Gojitron is here. He told Bjorn that if he Spadoinkle's in here, he has to clean it up. Mega Demon Collects. Good to see you. Glad you came in. And that kind of brings us up to speed. So let's bring Joneser in the house.
What's up, everybody? It's Joneser, your favorite comic book guy. So let's do this.
And turn your camera on and off there, Joneser.
Oh, no.
There you
Hello,
go.
buddy.
Oh, man,
Sorry.
you got your coffee cup going there, dude.
Yes, sir. I don't know why the camera has that little flutter it gets there once in a while. I guess I'll just have to remember to double click.
It's something like that. It's a thing with video editor. So I'm pretty sure that Steve will fix that at some point or another. I have the issue as well. Right now, my camera is going very slow. There's a little bit of what they call that latency going on here. I'll catch up in just a second. I want to just kind of hang out here for a minute. If you notice up here at the top, I've got a subscriber goal going. We're going to try to get 1,000 by the end of this year. If you have not subscribed to me, please go and check your subscriptions. If you are subscribed to me, check to see if that button's been clicked. YouTube has a habit of unsubscribing you at odd moments, and you might not realize it. And check it out. Even if you're a member of the channel, you can be a member without being subscribed. So you guys that are members, check your subscription buttons on all the channels that you're members of. Is just not just mine. It's a YouTubesy Gremlins bummers. I'm at Dad's house and I can't make my coffee for watching the show. Oh noes. That means that she's liable to go to sleep on us. I just got a fresh cup of coffee going here. I am going to reboot my camera real quick there, Joneser.
Sure. I'm just adding some links to some of our friends here in the chat to their channels. If y'all haven't subscribed to these folks, you should do your due diligence and do so.
Yeah, good deal. Gojitron, you got him up. Bjorn says, I'm working on a majestic shirt design idea. Well, get you a Teespring store or a Spread Shop store or a Redbubble store and start selling that thing, Bjorn. Some of us might just pay you some money for it. You never know.
I would be wearing a tiger.
A link to the past, says Johnny Thorenson. And if you guys that are members of the channel may notice, I was able to add 2 new emojis to the emoji list that's only available to members. By the way, channel memberships are open. You can be a channel member for as low as $3 a month, which is less than a cup of coffee nowadays. For basic subscriber, it goes up from there. You can be a weirdo for $5 a month. Most people are weirdos. You can be a part of the Fantastic Ones, which I have a member, Nightwing, who is a Fantastic One, or you can be on the Adventure Team if you really want to get involved with the show. Mega Demon says, thanks, Jones. We're already subscribed to Gojatron. Johnny rolling in on a dinosaur Cadillac. I've got a whole bunch of Cadillacs and dinosaurs action figures, and I even have Jack Tenor-X Cadillac. I'll have to show those off someday on the show. Figuratively speaking, yeah, subscribe to him. Bjorn says it's starting to sprinkle a bit here. Man, it's been raining its butt off here, Joneser, man. I had to go through a rainstorm to go to Batesville today, and a rainstorm coming home. And no, I didn't do a toy hunt in Walmart because there wasn't crap on the damn shelf. It wasn't worth doing a toy hunt. What I did find over on the clearance aisle was Supermobiles for $4 a piece and Batwings for $6 a piece. So I bought a new Supermobile and a new Batwing.
Well, that is a steal at that price.
Pretty much. I mean, all that FOMO that I went over 2 years ago, I should have just waited, right?
Well, how would you know?
Yeah, you don't.
If you would have done that in my store, you wouldn't have got a Supermobile because those have not been seen since.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I went over there to the actual toy aisle. Guess what I saw over there?
Naked Stratos.
He was there. Not only that, over on the Superpowers aisle, there were 2 pegs for figures. Guess what filled them?
John Stewart.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Maybe some Nightwings, a few Deathstrokes, a Wonder Woman here and there. A couple of your favorite versions of Batman.
Nope. Only 1 or 2 Nightwings, maybe a Deathstroke, and all John Stewart.
Yeah, that's mostly my Walmart as well. We have a few Batman Who Laughs, a few Wonder Womans, a few that wave lingered hard.
Yeah. And as far as vehicles goes, there was 1 Batmobile there. I did see something very interesting, though, I've never seen in that Walmart before. They had a couple of McFarlane 66 Batmobiles in there.
Well, that is cool. I saw a few Mego toys. They had the Batman and the Superman in the Superpowers, which I thought was weird. Those are usually in the other collector aisle section. And I hope you don't mind a little brag here, but I did score when I went and found me one of these bad boys.
Yeah, I remember you getting that, and I was trying to get you to do something with that. You said you were going to make an unboxing video with that.
We were beginning to film one, Lyric and I, and I'm probably going to have to finish it tomorrow without him.
Oh,
so
well, we got
want to get the video out there, and he wanted to be on it, but you know, he understands. He's at his mama's this weekend, and I really want to get the video out, so I'll probably have it out tomorrow morning at some point.
All right. You guys may notice the featured chat's not appearing on screen. I can't do that. The thing was working earlier today, but it's been off and on all day. I can't get it to work, so I'm just reading them out. And we've had a couple people show up. Johnny Sorensen says, "Bill, the old blood with cool toys." OBS is here. Good to see you, OBS. She says, "Hey guys." She says it has rained here a bit. I suppose we get snow Tuesday. It's supposed to come back wintertime here again too. I'm not looking forward to that at all. Radical Mom's here. Hey, Radical Mom, good to see you. Evening, Bill and Joneser, she says. John's in the house as well. And thank you, Susudio, for the 99-cent super sticker. It's a little man with his mouth wide open and his eyes wide open. Ooh, boy. OBS is singing "Who Will Stop the Rain?" And let's see who else is here. What else is going on here? I'm going down through the chat, folks. Everybody's saying hello to each other. There goes my camera.
Mega Demon here subscribed to a few channels he wasn't subscribed to, and I was not subscribed to Mega Demon, so I just subbed you up, buddy. Yeah, that's the one thing I do like about the community over here is that we do try to support each other. So if y'all have a channel, shout it out in the comments here, and I'll put the link up so everybody can jump on and subscribe to you.
Absolutely. Thank you. And yes, and I think I am subscribed to Mega Demon because when he I think I subscribed to him just the other day, but I'm going to make sure before the night's over with Mega Demon that I'm subscribed to you as well. And when I subscribe to you, you'll get several subscriptions because I have some brand channels that'll subscribe to you as well. How's everyone? Says Bjorn Jorgensen. Oh, we're doing all right. Well, let's do an engagement poll. Let's do a poll here. How was your week? How was your? There's Sue Studios 99 cent super chat there coming in. How was
Mike
your
Fee.
week? Mike Fee in the
Mike,
house.
I hope
Hey, Mike.
everything's going good for you.
Yeah, man. Mike's been sick. He had some treatment the other day and got sick from it. So I hope he's feeling a little bit better. Let's see. What are we gonna play here? Your week? It was great. That'd be the first one. Second one, so, and we'll add one to that. I'm still alive. And the last one is going to be it sucked balls. It sucked balls. Boom. All right, let's start that poll. You guys interact with the poll. And there we go. And everybody start doing polls here. Here we go. So 60%. Leading right now at 67%. So we'll see how that goes here in just a minute. Bjorn got back into G.I. Joe.
I bet you I'm the only. It was great.
OBS still singing. Come on down with the sickness. You mother, get up. Come on down with the sickness. Just singing away. 50% so. 55% so still leading there. I wish I could vote in it. I'd vote it sucked balls. I had to sweep the floor and flux parts and everything I don't like to do. We do have a goal down there. We are a 1.98% towards the weekend goal of $50. If you guys get me to 50, I will get paid by YouTube. If you don't, then I don't get paid this month. And this month is still January, in my opinion, because I haven't got paid for January. OBS says, "Ooh, I'm still alive," still singing there. Hey, Jamie, good to see you.
It's funny. This morning I had a CPR class, and while we were pumping on the dummy, that was the song that they wanted us to sing to keep the beats per minute. Was the staying alive, which I thought was fitting for a CPR class.
Yes, indeed, it is. I remember taking CPR back in the day. It seemed like every time I took it, they had changed the way you're supposed to do it.
Yeah, I have to take it every couple years to be supervisor over at my work. It's part of my duties. It's a nice skill to have. I hope I never need to use it, but if somebody goes down, I will do my damnedest to save your life.
There you go. Was it the Red Cross that did it, or was it the Heart Association?
See, we go to the ambulance center here in town because I'm a small little town. And so we were trained by the actual paramedics who actually do it in the field.
Well, they usually do, but it's usually either the card you get's either endorsed by Heart Association or Red Cross.
Oh, yeah. American Heart Association will be giving us the cards.
Check my Instagram. Okay, well, I'll go over there and check it and see what's going on. I don't have it up right now because it interferes with stuff, but I will go check that. It's Clifton. Bear with me as I do that.
Well, Bill, I'm sad to hear that your week sucked balls. Mine was great. So I'm probably the only one who wrote the "it was great" in there because I feel like that's a pretty low number in that. So that's probably me by myself. But yeah, I had a great week. We opened our little storefront. Did pretty good here. Got a little mini mall in town with 8 vendors. I'm one of the vendors. Made some contacts, made some sales on my eBay, made some more contacts to buy comics from, and bought some vintage Green Lantern comics. So I have been kicking butt and taking names and making money and one step closer to quitting my damn job.
And I hope that works out for you. It sounds like you got your boots on the ground, and you're really starting to run with that. And I hope it works out really good. I'm reading what you wrote to me, Sir Clifton. I'll be more than happy to do that.
It's going to work out.
I'm sorry, I talked over you. Go ahead, man.
I'm sorry, Bill. Go ahead. No, you go. You go ahead. I cut you off.
Okay. I was talking to Cliffy here. He sent me a message on IG about showing off some pictures that he's got. I will show those pictures probably tomorrow. I'm not set up to show them tonight. I would have to get them and then bring them over. So I appreciate the offer. Thank you there, Sir Clifton. Let me get down here and I can close the Instagram back up again. And I'm going to refresh. So just bear with me, folks.
And folks, I just wanted to iterate. It seems like Bill and I are interrupting each other a lot, just so you guys understand the difficulty on our end. There's a little bit of latency, so sometimes he doesn't hear me begin, or I don't hear him end, or so we try to play off of each other, but sometimes it gets a little lost because we're on a little bit of a delay between each other. So, I don't expect you guys to, completely get that. Just want you to understand how difficult it is sometimes on this end.
It can be very difficult. Right now I'm experiencing a lot of delays. As you can see, I'm kind of moving slow. My voice is coming in good, I think, isn't it, Jones?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. Just I think when I speak and when you speak, when we hear each other, there's a delay.
Yeah.
And that's what gets us.
Let me reboot the camera again here and see if that takes care of things. Possibly, maybe for a minute. I don't know. I probably should have rebooted. I probably should have rebooted my whole system before starting the show tonight, but it's too late for that. Ed5 says, "Good day, Bill and Jones. Are good to see you, Ed5. Max Headroom can be in the house as long as he's not talking. If you can hear every word he says, then not necessarily." I can see tons of lagging on Bill's end. Yeah, Bill is the one producing the show. That's why you got a ton of lag going on this end. It may clear up here in a minute, and that's kind of what I'm waiting for before we start things. Let me see if there's anything I can shut down over here. No, I've got to keep everything I've got going. Miss Jennifer in the house, probably listening with Sir Clifton. Or they're saying hi to Jennifer Poe. Did she come in and say hi to everybody?
No, I didn't.
There she is. Yeah, I see her up there. Yeah, I see her up there. She says hi to everybody. All right, I'm going to reload this. Laggy, carpet baggy, says OBS. I'm going to reload my live chat here. Yeah. So you got your store up and running today, or was it? It was yesterday. You and the wife kind of actually ran things over there for a little bit, didn't you?
Yeah, there's 8 vendors there. Me and my wife are splitting a booth. So she actually made some sales. I didn't make any sales, but I made some contacts. There's a person there selling bubblers. There's people selling incense and Avon. There's a lady that does paintings. It's actually a good friend of mine. So you can commission her to do artwork. There's a guy who was a storm chaser and wrote a book, and he's got lots of cool photographs of him literally running into tornadoes with a camera. Dude's crazy, but he's awesome to talk to. And yeah, it's quite. There's a lady selling clothing. So yeah, we've got quite the crowd there. It's a small little town. The street we're on has kind of been dead for markets and vendors and stores, and so we're trying to build it back, but COVID really killed a lot of these small town businesses. And I'm in a town of less than 3,000 people. It's a small community, and we're just trying to just get back.
Got a question from Johnny there. He says, what does your wife sell?
My wife sells little plants, succulents, like wine bottles, jewelry, vases, some girly stuff. God, you'd think I would know more things than that. It's mostly the plants. She's the plant lady in there.
Gotcha. House decor.
Sure. And she's got some humorous sayings on the little succulents, so they say like, what the fuckulent and things like that, which are kind of funny.
Nice.
Or like one of them says, grow, damn it. Or the other one says, feeling cute, might die later, because it's a plant. So
right.
She's got some humorous little things, or kind of on the wrong side of dirty on some of them, but they're kind of funny.
Neat. I'll tell you what I did today, Joneser. I actually did something I haven't done in a long time. I made some custom figures. And if you guys have been listening to me on my regular shows during the week and on weekends, you know that Joneser and I were hanging out together not too long ago, and I hit the old Evil Bay, and I put in some bids on a couple of items and won them, and one of them was the old hit me in the head Lex Luthor. And I can't stand the head on that being a Luthor head, so I went and bought a 1 cent. There he is. Yeah, I bought a 1 cent Mr. Freeze figure just so I could steal his head and exchange it with that ugly head on Luthor. However, that ugly head on Luthor can be repurposed, and I'm going to show you what I did with it. I will put it on the screen here, and I will hold it there for a minute until it actually shows up. What I have here is a custom-made Lawrence the Boombox Goon from Batman 89, complete with boombox in his hand. If you remember the scene, it was, gentlemen, let's broaden our minds. Lawrence. And then... Party man. So I've got
my best impression
for the Joker. There you go, Lawrence the Boombox Goon, and I will show you what Luthor looks like with a Mr. Freeze head on it here. And yes,
and to me that's greatly improved.
It is, and he actually misses his head. Not quite. If you can see, there's a little gap there between his big ham fist and his head. His fist is almost as big as his damn head. Have you noticed that? Yeah. I got his gun. Now, here's the thing. So he came with his briefcase too, right? Or the little satchel that he's supposed to carry in his hand. Where's this little satchel, you ask? Well, this figure was cheaper than all get out. I didn't pay but like $4 for him at the most. Well, it was inside this blister pack that was already open, and the guy sent it to me in a plastic bag with this floating around in a plastic bag. And when I pulled it out of the plastic bag, the little inner blister fell out into the floor, clatter, clatter. And the floor monster ate the briefcase. I probably wallowed in the
Aw.
floor for 15 minutes looking for the damn briefcase. It's down there somewhere. So either I'll find it or my wife will find it or the vacuum cleaner will. Which one do you think will first?
Vacuum.
Yeah, more than likely. And if the vacuum doesn't find it, the cat
And
will.
to be honest, I'm trying to do it now. I do think the briefcase opens, but I don't think there's anything in it.
I just thought it was just a little plastic briefcase. Nothing, just a plastic fucking briefcase. Do you have one?
Yeah, it's in my hand right now.
Turn it sideways. No, I don't think that thing opens.
I feel like it does, though. I'm gonna keep trying.
All right. The briefcase went into a
Well,
twilight
maybe
zone.
not.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I think it did, OBS. I think it went straight into the twilight zone. I figured that's freaking awesome, Bill. OBS, oh man, I forgot about my pizza. It's just tiny black bricks now. Oh no, you burnt your pizza up. Ed 5 liking that
Manhole cover.
box. Say again, Joker?
Oh, I was saying her pizza. It's a manhole cover.
Oh yeah. Susudia said her week sucked balls. Does your wife have a link for what she sells? Asked Jennifer Poe.
No, she doesn't do online, at least not yet. I don't know how we would send a plant over the internet. I guess she buys the succulents over the internet, so I'm sure she could send them that way too. I'll have to ask her and see if that's something she does or is willing to do, and I'll get back to you on that, Jen. Funnily enough, Jennifer, my wife's name is Jennifer.
Benny Hill used to put his hand to his head like that, says OBS. I think he was saluting when he did his. Don't know how much about art, but I know what I like, and I love that Joker. Love that Joker. They were square pizza, Nardones. Okay. It went where the dryer socks go. Yeah. Vacuum fodder. Mega Demon Collect says, my week was great until Friday afternoon. What happened Friday afternoon, Mega Demon? Inquiring minds want to know. I love joking. Benny Hill was in a Phil Collins music video, says Susudio. Was he, Joneser?
I'm not aware of that. I believe her, though. She's pretty knowledgeable, so I would not doubt her.
She's on one. Jennifer says, Joneser, when she does, I've got you some sales. Us ladies want succulents at work. We were just talking about that a couple of days ago. So that might spur you and the old lady there to get some online presence or a eBay store or something going for them.
Well, I do think she has the ability because she bought them that way, so I'm sure she still has the ability to send them that way. I'll have to get with her. And funnily enough, I was saying earlier, my wife named Jennifer, so Jennifer will get in touch with Jennifer about the plants.
Sounds like a deal made in heaven. An offering has been made to the carpet deity, says Bjorn Jorgensen. Yeah, absolutely. Mega Demon says, my pet goose literally passed away due to a heart attack right in front of me and my family. Oh, man. A pet. I hate it when a pet dies. That sucks, man.
That is a member of the family.
Yeah, even if it's a goose or anything, a gerbil or a cat or a dog, if you love it, then you grieve over it just like you would a member of the family. You know, OBS crying over it.
Pets are members of the family.
Yeah, they are. They absolutely are. Well, I think I'm going to end the poll. It looks like that So has won out at 59%. So I'm going to end that, and you can see the results there. So 58%. It was great, 17%. I'm still alive, 17%, and it sucked balls, 5%, 17 votes. Thanks everybody for participating in tonight's poll. Once again, I've got the subscriber goal up above up here. You will see that on various pages as we go through tonight. Down here, I've got our super chat goal for tonight is $50 for the weekend. So I'm going to keep it up for 3 days, and hopefully we'll get somewhere close to 50 before tonight. So with $1, $2, $3, any little bit that you get will get me closer to my $50 goal, which will get me a little payment there from YouTube to help with the brand new computer fund to stop this nonsense here. Because most of this is not because of my internet connection, it is because of my computing power. And everything from channel memberships to Patreon to super chats to super thanks on videos all goes towards the computer fund for now. Bjorn, I want the peanut butter ones. Pizza time. Girl Scout cookies. Girl Scout cookies, the best Girl Scout cookies ever made by Girl Scouts are the Thin Mints. Absolutely. Lack Sivrak in the house. General Lack Sivrak from the mothership has approached us. Lack, are you on your 2-week sabbatical yet, or are you still in the frozen north? Let us know. Lack Attack. The Lack Attack's in the house. If you haven't been over to Lack Sivrak's channel and you want to see some cool crap, you want to see an Arctic fox running across the white tundra, go to Lack Sivrak's channel and you will see things like the Northern Lights. You will see a man drive a rock truck. You will see things that you've never seen in your life if you've never been to Alaska and been to the wilderness. And that's where he is.
I put the link in the comments.
Thank you. I'm on R&R, he says. In Anchorage. Oh, he's partying it up. Are you imbibing there, my friend? I would think that after 2 weeks, 6 weeks on and 2 weeks off, that you're really partying it up. All Music Fan 88 says peanut butter sandwich cookies are the best. If I'm gonna buy some peanut butter sandwich cookies, Jones, or you know what I'm buying?
What's that?
Nutter Butters.
I like them. Yep, I can do me some Nutter Butter. You gotta have milk with them, or they're no good.
That's true. But hey, when eating Oreos, you gotta have milk with Oreos too, because you gotta have something to dunk them suckers in, right?
Correct.
Do you open your Oreos up before you eat them, or do you eat them as sandwiches?
What I like to do with the Nutter Butters or the Oreos or the peanut butter sandwich cookies is I will take 2 cookies, dunk them into the milk, and eat it that way. So it's like a 4-decker.
Back in the day when Burry Biscuit Company made the Girl Scout cookies, the cookies were better, and the Savannahs were the best. Sue Studio is a fount of information. Gilster 37 with a $2 super chat. Thank you, Gilster. Getting us started now, so we've got we're getting even closer to the goal every time. Do not open Oreos, says OBS. Why not? I've been known to get the double stuffed Oreos and open them up and lick all of the white insides out before I start dunking them.
Bill, I have to kind of give you a little PSA on the double stuffed Oreos. I have done the science and I have done the homework and I have looked into this, and there is not double the stuff. They are lying to you.
Well, there's more than there is in the regular cookies. That's
more,
for sure.
But it's not double.
I wouldn't doubt that. I think you're probably onto something there.
I know I am.
If you open the cookies, you're dead to me if you open the cookies. Oh my God, I'm dead to her, Jones. I'm dead to her.
Deep fried Oreos. Deep fried Oreos or deep fried Reese's, those are great, but they're also one of those things you like have that like maybe once a year at the fair and then never again till next year because they're terrible for you.
Oh, I love them, and I the last time I was at the Mid South there, I ate them, and I could feel my arteries clogging as I ate them.
Right.
Most welcome. Let's do this, says Gilster 37. No, Bill, blasphemy. Everyone hit that like button, says Sue Studio. Thank you for hitting that like button. And thank you, everyone, so far who has helped me out with these super chats. We're going to get started here in just a second with the show. But before we get started, Joneser and I both have something to say for those of you with that may have trigger issues. Go ahead, Joneser.
Well, I'd just like to give a little PSA warning for any of the people with weak sensibilities or of the snowflakey nature, or if you need a safe space, or if things might make your little stomach sick or something, if you're offended easily, or if you're soft or some such, you should probably leave this show now. I think they got Coco Melon on Netflix or something like that. That might be a little more your speed. This is going to be for people who can laugh at the offensive. So if you are offended easily, we wish you good night. Don't come crying to us that your little feelings got hurt. We don't want to hear it.
And thank you for that, Joneser. And he's absolutely right. Some of these ads will not fly today at all. We're going to make fun and lampoon them. But just because we're showing them, lampooning them, or maybe even sarcastically agreeing with them, but not really, doesn't mean that we condone any of the activities in these ads. I think no, we're not doing Walmart tonight, Gilster, but that could be on the slate again in the future at some point. I don't want to do things over and over and over again. I want to keep a variety going, but one of the things I do want to say is that their OBS $10. Thank you, OBS. I appreciate that. Still love you, even if you open the Oreos. Thanks, OBS. I'm glad that I'm not dead to you. Mike P says I can easily laugh at that shit. Yeah, absolutely. I'm softer than molasses rolling uphill, says Johnny Sorensen.
Well, and Bill was touching on something earlier, like about the repeat of the Walmart. We don't like to do the same show over and over again. So, like, if you see us, you're going to get a bit of a different theme, a different vibe. It's not going to be the same old show you saw every week with the same subject or the same format. We like to switch it up here, like to do different stuff.
Absolutely. But anyway, here we go. Let's get started here. I think I've got everything set up here to go. There we go. So some of these ads are misogynist. Some of them are shocking, and all of them were perfectly okay at the time that they were shown, but they can be quite shocking nowadays. And I think that the more shocking they are, the more funnier they are. Is Jamie still here? I don't know. Maybe she'll answer you if she is. Mike B says no time for soft asses. Lax Ivrak says minty fresh every show.
There we go.
Shot fired, says George Valentine. And once again,
right.
Everybody hit that like button. Thank you. All right, so here we go. Let's get started with this little slideshow. Here we go. This is a shoe ad. That is the shoe in question there, and it says "Keep her where she belongs," and she's laying there on the floor, naked, looking at that shoe. And apparently, what they were going for here was the shoe was so great that she can't keep her eyes off of it, but it looks like they're going somewhere else with it. What do you think there, Joneser?
You know, I'm probably going to be saying this a lot because I've seen some of these in our pre-show, but I'm shocked this was a thing. Are they trying to sell shoes here? Is that what I'm getting out of this? Keep her where she belongs naked on the floor. Okay. I mean
that's what I get out of it too. I'm not sure, but according to the ad agency, the shoe was supposed to be so spectacular that the lady could not keep her eyes off of it.
Okay, and I'm guessing by the hairstyle, this was probably out of the 60s.
Yeah.
The ad is going to be my guess. Yeah, keep her where she belongs, I guess.
The shoe illustrated sells for about $35. I think that was a lot of money back in those days.
In the 60s, yeah, I'm sure that was a spendy shoe. That
looks like a pimp shoe.
Middle of the road shoe nowadays, I suppose.
Yeah, that looks like a pimp shoe. I mean, maybe it's not stacked up high enough, but it kind of got that pimpy look about it with a buckle and purple. What do you think?
I think Lack's right. This is the 70s. Now that I look at it a little closer, I believe he is correct.
Let's move on to the next slide here. Here we go. The chef, that's that mixer there, does everything but cook. That's what wives are for.
Ooh.
I'm getting my Kenwood chef.
I can't imagine rolling with this ad nowadays. I mean, he's basically saying, "Get back in the kitchen, women." You know, I mean, so yeah, this stuff
that's going to be a thing.
It's going to be common. It's not going to. It didn't age well. That's the whole point of this. You know?
It didn't. And it looks like there's a plate of French toast there, a couple of hard-boiled eggs, and is that a orange juice maybe? Looks like she's been making a lot with that chef, that Kenwood chef there, and she's even got her little chef hat on. Look how happy she is.
Right. Yeah, he's got the suit and tie. You know, so I mean, because I know when I go in my kitchen, I always have my suit and tie on. You know.
Yeah. Read out some chat while we're going, because I'm sure they're going crazy over this shit. I can't see it right now while I'm doing this.
I'll keep up on it.
Oh, here we go. Eat all your dinner, and you might just get some dessert, guys.
Yeah, it looks like we got some fresh pie there for dessert.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's very risque, you know, but hey, pretty funny.
Looks like she's spilled some ketchup on her dress there, or is that ketchup? She's got the ketchup bottle in her hand.
Oh,
could that be
that?
Oh, I just noticed that. I'm thinking Red Wings at this point.
Oh. Lack brings up an interesting comment. He says, yeah, condemning the times when families stayed together and kids were educated. What a terrible time back then. I'd say he's got a point.
He does. Back to these stains there on her dress. It reminds me of a joke I heard one time. You ready for a little Bill joke?
Oh, I'm always ready for a Bill joke.
Bill jokes are a little step above dad jokes, but they're not too far above them. All right, so this guy gets his girlfriend and get in the car, and they do the whole bit, and they end up there up on Lover's Lane, you know. And he finally gets to home base there, and he's kind of, you know, all up in that, if you know what I mean.
I got you.
And about this time, the finest there come rolling up, you know, and they pull up behind him there, and the officer gets out of the car and walks up to the window there. Of course, it's all steamed up at this point, and he taps on the window, and the guy gets up, and the girl gets back in shape again, and he rolls the window down. He goes, "Yes, officer, can I help you?" And the officer shines his light in the boy's face, and he goes, "Damn, boy, have you been in a fight?"
Oh boy.
Moving right along here. What is this little boy up to? No good, it looks like, because when he finishes those beans off, he's going to be stinking up the place, I think.
And he's got him some pork and beans.
Look at his face. Was this considered normal back when this ad came out? That's
well, you know, I think what they wanted to do is we're going to sell some pork and beans by having a creepy smile on a creepy kid as he's looking at you eating his pork and beans.
I mean, the look on his face is a look of that's a horrible look. I mean, if I saw you looking at me like that, my blood would run cold. I'm fixing to eat all these beans. And then I'm going to get in the car and I'm going to roll the windows up and you're going to be trapped in here with me. Yeah.
You know, that was a trick my uncle used to perpetrate on me when I was a young lad. See, we would be driving around in his truck, and this was in the days of the old hand crank rolling window machine there. And he'd go,
that was known as a 240 air conditioner. You ever heard of 240 air conditioner?
I have not.
Yeah, the 240 air conditioner going 40 miles an hour down the road with two windows rolled down.
There you go.
Anyway, so you had the windows rolled down and they were hand cranks. What happened?
Well, he would say, I'm cold. You will roll up the window? And then so my little kid mind, I'm helping him out, rolling up the window, and then, oh, God! Oh. Then I got my head out the window because it was a trap.
Oh, this kid looks like a trap. God mighty. All right. So if you are a serial adulterer with women in every different city, Chicago cuties, Miami minks, Los Angeles lovely, San Francisco sweetie, New York knockout, and Dallas darling, Delta is ready when you are. They will give you a ticket to go to each one of these different destinations for these prices that you see there so that you can visit all of your different women.
To the guy who's got a girl in every city, Delta will fly you there 50% off.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I suppose we shouldn't judge this person for their lifestyle, because I suppose if you're going to be a traveling gigolo, that is your right. I just wonder if any of these little ladies know that they're sharing Mr. Loverboy with each other or not.
I bet they will know when they go to the health department and they find out that they have chlamydia.
That would be a sign. I never understood playing games like that, Bill, because, okay, what's there, 6 ladies here? This guy's going to roll the dice times 6. What if they all get knocked up at once?
He disappears. They probably don't even know where he lives. Now, at this point here, this is about feminine odors and the lack and use of deodorants here. The beautiful but dumb. She's never learned the first rule of a lasting charm is a long-lasting deodorant. And then, of course, he said goodnight, but he meant goodbye because of that.
Don't let deodorant failure rob you of popularity.
Because when the taint stank, you become unpopular.
You know, as our buddy Chef on South Park used to sing, "Stinky bitches, you got stinky britches. Stinky bitches, you got stinky britches."
Oh, Joneser, I forgot all about that. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. That should have been a #1 hit.
And look, even the photograph matches the drawn picture. The look is the same in their eyes. Do you see that vacant look in their eyes?
Oh yeah.
Well, let's move to the next slide here. If you want to offer a woman a cigarette, a Tipperio is the cigarette to offer them, especially if they're a naked librarian. You can get her out of her book by offering her that cigarette. And a dental hygienist with her boobies almost hanging out of her little smock there. Yeah. Are they selling cigarettes or are they selling necky women?
Well, I think they've understood something that, I think most people with a brain have figured out, is that sex sells. If we have some scantily clad lady, we're going to be selling some cigarettes here, I think, or at least people are going to look at the ad. That's for darn sure.
Yeah, there you go. Doctor is a little late, sir. Will you have a seat? She's the best thing to hit dentistry since Novocaine. Hey, dummy, your mind says to you, why didn't you have a toothache sooner? I'm sure he's enjoying them boobies there. Maybe. Well, if you could offer her a Tipperio or a Tipperio M with a menthol, an elegant tipped cigar, slim, and that would be a cleverly psychological. But if she's a bit of a kook, she'll take it. If not, she'll be flattered that you thought she was a bit of a kook. And who knows, your next visit might be a house call.
Ooh. Well, in the comments here, Bill, OBS is wondering, where did you find these? I informed her that the internet is a magical place that has such wonders.
Yes. That's the truth. The internet is a magical place where you can find anything. And I do mean anything. If you can imagine it, no matter how depraved, how low, how horrible it is, somebody on the internet's doing it and somebody else is paying them to watch them do it.
Correct. And Lack brings up the point. We act like they don't use sex to sell everything still today. Yeah, sure do. Still do. And it still works.
Oh, it does. And it will always do so. No matter how much it hurts people's feelings to see beautiful women selling mediocre cigarettes. Let's see about that librarian. Now, she'll read anything she can get her hands on. From medieval history to how to build a 24-foot ice boat. She loves books. She loves new ideas. Okay, no doubt. She's seen the usual slim Tipperio shape. She's been intrigued by the neat white tip. The tip.
Ooh, the white tip, huh?
Yeah, Tipperio.
I wonder what kind of tip we're talking about here.
No, let's move along here and see what she says. If she's been intrigued by the neat white tip, she may even know that there are two Tipperios, regular for a mild smoke, and the new Tipperio M with menthol for a cold smoke. Your only problem is which to offer. P.S. If she accepts your Tipperio, remember to fumble with the matches until she decides to light it herself. That way, she'll have to put the book down. And what will you get a look at when she puts that book down?
Woo.
Some
Magic Mountains.
Puppies. Okay, next slide. Moving right along. Oh my God. Who in their ever-loving mind and some ad agency thought that this would sell cellophane wrap?
With a baby in it. Okay.
There should be a little warning down there at the bottom. Do not wrap your baby in cellophane wrap.
Yeah, I don't think that helps their survivability very well. You know, much like the freaking
by the time
fantastic
that delivered that baby would already be not alive, unalive.
probably, or I can't imagine. I don't see a handle on that cellophane. I'm afraid it might slip out of that beak and plummet. We don't want plummeting babies.
I don't know. This is all kinds of disturbing, people. It is. I'm pretty sure that some of you may already be triggered by this. Please understand.
Well, I gotta wonder, what are we trying to sell here, Beer? Are we selling cellophane? Did people used to buy this?
Best things in life come in cellophane.
So that's what we're doing. We're buying cellophane. We're not buying babies.
No, we're buying cellophane, but I think that if we delivered a baby, the best thing in life would not be live.
Right.
I don't know. There's a lot to unpack here in this, and
yeah,
we kind of need to take a step back here and think about what we're doing and why. Don't do this. Yeah, don't do this. This is just all kinds of wrong. And whoever the ad man was that came up with this needs to be taken out and beaten within an inch of his life. And I'm wondering, how much cellophane did this freaking sell?
I don't know.
And,
When was this ad made? Was this from like the 50s or the 60s? Or I can't
well, when
tell.
was cellophane invented? And cellophane's made of plastic, right? Plastics didn't come about until right around World War II, right?
So I'm gonna guess the 50s for this ad.
Yeah, I don't know. Look at the stork is disturbing as well.
Well, yeah, a little red bow tie on him, a little blushing cheeks, and he's got the little one eye in you there.
Yeah, he's looking straight at us too. Look at what I got.
He's looking into my soul with his dead baby.
Okay, we're gonna go there. What's red and taps on the glass?
I am afraid to wonder.
A baby in a microwave.
Oh,
Okay, all right. The dead baby jokes are really, really bad. They were.
I know a few, but I'm not telling any.
No, they were cool in elementary school, but they're not now. Moving right along. What in the absolute fucking hell is going on here, folks?
I think they knew exactly what they were doing with this ad. That is for darn sure. Most flavorful Chiquita. Here you go, baby.
My God.
What's really disturbing about this is not so much what's happening, but that it's kids doing that.
Yes. And look at that little boy's grin. That is the grin of someone who is really, really, really knowing what they're up to, right?
Quite honestly, that's probably the same look on my face when that's happening to me. So just sitting there.
What would happen if Chiquita Bananas tried to use this ad today, Jones?
Well, I don't know. Probably nothing good, but I mean, we were talking about this before we went live. Me and Bill kind of do a little pre-show warm-up where we kind of look into this. And one of the points that we came up with, or that I remember rolling about, is back in the day, it used to be the older crowd that were uptight and wouldn't laugh at the jokes. They'd be, oh, good God. Oh, that's just so terrible. Oh, look at that. That's so offensive. And now I feel like it's kind of flipped. And now the older people have a sense of humor, and it's the young little people that are like, I'm offended. Like, when did that happen?
I don't know, but I think that that societal things like that go in waves. So it flips. The script flips every what, 2 or 3 generations, maybe.
Yeah. You're probably right. But like I remember, like, if my grandmother would have saw this ad, my grandmother would have been like, "This is just disgusting. This is offensive. They should be ashamed of themselves for putting this out there." Wow, whereas if my mother saw this ad, she'd be like,
"Yeah." And then of course here comes along the Zoomers going, "Oh, this is horrible."
Right.
All right, so let's move along here and see if they get any. These are in no particular order, folks. I didn't put these in like any kind of order from like bad to worst or anything. I randomly chucked them in here. If you don't get fresh coffee, if you get the stale coffee, your husband will give you a spanking. Is that what I'm getting out of this?
And he's letting her know he's disappointed with that stale coffee. You better bring the real stuff next time, or you gonna get it.
Was there ever a time when spanking your wife as if she were a child were a thing?
I'm gonna have to just say that if my wife were to be spanked, it would have to be requested, or I'd get my ass kicked.
Oh yeah, and don't think that because that we may be a little bigger than they are and a little stronger than they are because of our upper body strength that they can't get us back. They'll just wait till we go to sleep. If he discovers you're still taking chances on getting flat, stale coffee, woe unto you. For today, there's sure a certain way to test for freshness before you buy.
Cliffy comments here. Wench, I told you I want Folgers, not the Maxwell house. Yeah, I can't imagine making light of smacking your wife around in today's climate. No.
No, I don't fly. I don't think it flew back then. I think that the outrage was what made that ad funny.
Right.
Now.
Oh, nice. I wish they still sold these.
I do too. And I have a toothache right now that needs a little cocaine. Ocean Breeze Coffee donated another $5. You're killing me. Thank you, OBS, for the $5 super chat. Cocaine tooth drops. Now, I'm assuming that these were sold over the counter and that anyone could buy them. And even if you didn't have a toothache, you could get them. Do you think that these might have been misused, Joneser?
Oh, I guarantee you they were misused. I'd have a toothache freaking every day and twice on Sunday if this was a thing.
Lloyd Manufacturing. Go ahead.
Jennifer Poe is telling us that Sir Clifton is no longer with us. I'm assuming after that last comment.
Rest in peace, Sir Clifton. It was good knowing you.
We will mourn you, brother.
So Jennifer has unalived our friend because of his big mouth. That'll teach you there, Cliffy, to open that trap. I bet he won't do that ever. I bet he won't ever do that again. He won't be able to.
Yeah, he's not even in the position to do so anymore.
Right. No longer on this mortal plane. Albany, New York, for sale by all druggists, $18.85. See the other side. I wish I had the other side. The other side probably said for use when toothaches only. What are the kids doing there? I don't know. Are they building a little log cabin or what?
I'm trying to wonder what kids have to do with selling cocaine tooth drops. But
I don't get it, man.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I still wish they made it.
OBS is saying cocaine didn't do anything for her. She's weird. There's nothing weird about not liking that. I'm just joking. Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
It's a hell of a drug. I'm going to bring up a touchy little subject here, but I was watching a YouTube channel the other day. There's been some disturbance. There was a great disturbance in the force over there at the WWE recently, and you can feel free to research this on your own. But Vince McMahon and John Laurinaitis are going down, and they're going down hard. And one of the things that they were doing, they were abusing this young lady that was in a bad position. And
to be fair, we should say allegedly. We do not know that this occurred. We're all reading the court documents, and we're going to do a show on this, but the subject matter was not to be made light of. And
that's true. Yeah. Thank you for clarifying that. Yet allegedly, there's a 67-page court document where she alleges a lot of abuse, and I'm not going to go into that. But what I am going to go into relates to this. Okay, cocaine being a hell of a drug, I think that Vince McMahon and John Laurinaitis. This is what was brought up on the YouTube channel. He's just saying he could imagine this happening with these two jerks. Could you imagine them? And now their wee doesn't work right, and so they're taking this girl and they're for hours and hours and hours. Could that have contributed to some of this abuse?
You know, I don't know, and I don't want to speculate. I wasn't in the room. I don't know what these people were doing, but I will say this, that both the people involved, Vince McMahon and John Laurinaitis, have a history of this type of behavior, maybe not spelled out on this level, but of not behaving like proper gentlemen, we'll say.
Well,
And
yeah, now Laurinaitis, through his attorney, who's in Tampa, Florida, by the way, has issued a statement that says that he was also groomed and abused into doing this behavior by Vince McMahon.
Well, and I'm not surprised by that line of defense, and I also will even again, this is all allegedly, but it wouldn't surprise me if Vince McMahon was like, "You're gonna do her, Johnny. That's what's gonna happen. Now you get in that room and you do that, girl, or you're fired."
No, that's not what I think at all. I think that Vince McMahon found somebody who liked to do the same thing that he did.
No problem.
Yeah. Laurinaitis likes to do coke and then take a girl and break her in half and degrade her. Come on, Johnny Ace. Let's go get her. Go get her there, Vince. They're like two peas in a pod. Look at Laurinaitis' face if you ever get a chance. Didn't he look like that type?
I don't know. I will say this. I've been a lifelong. Oh, thank you, Attorney in Ellipse. He donated $1.99 here. Attorney in Ellipse also commented, said, "Geez, that Sir Clifton guy, whoo, what a jerk, But at least Attorney in Ellipse though is there. He wouldn't treat his wife as such.
No, he wouldn't. Okay. Is my word? What are we selling here?
Butts.
Take advantage of what? I don't know. With Davis Cup World Tour, the super realistic action-packed tennis simulation has everything that you could want, including tournament competitions, fantastic animated graphics, girls' buttholes, two-player split screen action, and a split tail, and video replays, real speech, and mid-match stat screens with player rankings.
It's video games. So they're selling a video game here. So
but she's not wearing
this is a video game ad where we're going to buy a video game. That's what this is. And there's nothing else to be seen, right?
Allegedly, says Attorney in Ellipse. Allegedly.
We don't know. We weren't there. You weren't in the room. You don't know.
Proven guilty. They must have their day in court.
Just because they've done this for 30 years doesn't mean they did it this time too.
Right. Because there's a history of this going on and NDAs being signed and people being shut up about it, doesn't mean that it happened in this particular case either, right? It's alleged.
Oh, Attorney in Ellipse is just knocking them out of the park here, my friend. This is for the no panties ad. Put your ching.
All right. I'm still okay. So when this came out, when in the 70s, you said you remembered this ad.
I think I do remember. This was the 80s, I believe.
80s video games,
computer game.
It had to be the 80s, computer game.
This is a computer game, so it had to be the 80s at least.
What is Mean Machines gives it a 90%? Says by far the finest Mega Drive tennis simulations yet seen.
If it's Mega Drive, that's probably Sega.
Yeah. 10 gen video games. There, another $4.99 super chat. This is for the panties ad.
Yeah, it was the cha-ching I gave you earlier. See, I'm seeing these before you do. I get early access.
I know. Yeah, if I had the chat up where it would show me the featured chat, I could see that, but it's not working. All right, now the French are some weird people. French. This is a French ad. Apparently, the pig is happy to butcher himself for your pleasure, so you can have some. What is that shit? That looks like sauce, hog's head sauce that he's cutting himself into.
The piggy is serving himself for dinner, so there's that.
And happy to do it too. Kind of like the restaurant at the end of the universe, where the dish of the day came out and told you, the different ways that he could be cooked.
Well, I will say this: if you feed a pig, the pig will eat the pig.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you knew that.
Thanks, John. Yeah. I'm put off by this ad. I'm put off more by this ad than I am by the previous two ads.
When we get to the final ad here, we'll have to ask our audience, and then you and I'll have a say. Which one did you find the most off-putting?
Now that sounds like a good one there. So, what the hell is going on here, Joneser?
We have a baby shaving. Begin early. Shave yourself. A baby with a razor. Awesome.
Damn, that's what passed for a safety razor. My dad shaved with a razor like that. You twist the bottom, it opens up, and you put a naked razor blade in it, and then you close it back up again.
They're trying to say this is safe.
Yeah.
So I don't know. You show me a razor, you can nick yourself with it. I don't care if you're shaving a leg, a face, your friggin' hairy butt, or whatever you're shaving. You're gonna nick yourself with the razor. You do it enough.
I would think that if you did something like this in reality, which we know this isn't a photograph, but if you did something like this in reality, I think the Child Protective Services would become involved at some point nowadays.
That would be my guess.
That ain't a safe. That while being marketed back then those days as a safety razor was not a safe razor, people. Now, if you blow in her face, if you blow in her face, she'll follow you anywhere with Tipolette cigarettes. Blow in her face.
I'm sorry, Bill. Could you say blow in her face one more time for me?
Blow in her face.
I'm sorry. I'm a child at heart. That was hilarious.
Hit her with tangy Tipolette cherry, or rich grapey Tipolette burgundy, or luscious Tipolette blueberry. It's wild. Tipolette. It's new, different, delicious in taste and in aroma. A puff in her direction, and she'll follow you anywhere. If you blowed smoke in my wife's face, she would beat the motherfucking shit out of you. That's just the end of it right there.
You blow anything in my wife's face, she'll beat the shit out of you.
But I will give them this. You can get 5 of them little Tipolettes for 25 cents. Smokers of America, do yourself a favor and make your next cigarette a Tipolette.
Lack requests that you now say it slower.
Blow in her face.
Yes.
In her face. I don't know.
I love that. Where are we thinking this is from? This has got to be from the 70s, 80s?
Late 60s, early 70s.
60s, early 70s. Woo.
I'm looking at the hair. I'm looking at the eyelashes.
Yeah,
those are fake eyelashes.
Yeah. This looks like something out of a James Bond movie right here. You know? James Bond. I'll have a vodka martini. Shaken, not stirred.
I blow in your general direction.
Yes.
Okay, what in the diggity dog hell is this?
if these aren't the coolest graphics, my name is not Yamaka Kawanawahai.
You pronounced it better than that earlier.
Oh,
Yawiga Kanawi?
Yawiga Kanawi.
I am Yawiga Kanawi. And I like Donkey Kong Land for Nintendo Game Boy. Where is
this has to be the 90s if it's got a Game Boy in it. Early 90s? Like,
is that a bone? Is that a bone in his nose? Is that a bone in his nose?
Stick or I don't know. It's a pencil. In case he wants to write something down.
What kind of headdress is it? I mean, where is Yuichi Kanawi? Where is he from? Is this Maui?
You know, I have no idea. I'm hoping they've gotten a time machine and took this picture. I don't know. I don't want to insult this person's gender, race, or culture, but I don't know how this sells Game Boys. How does this sell Game Boys? You see this picture and you go, you know what I want? I want to buy a Game Boy.
No, I want to know where this person is from. I want to know what culture this person is from. That's what I want to know, because I am curious and I want to expand and broaden my mind.
I can tell you exactly where this guy's from. This guy is from the department of Nintendo's frickin' bad ideas. That's where he came from. Somebody thought this was a great idea to put this guy in front of a camera with a Game Boy and thought we'd sell some Game Boys here.
Woo! How many Donkey Kong Land Game Boys did Yawaji Kanawi sell?
You know, I hope Yawaji Kanawi got a good check for this. Because
I bet Yawaji Kanawi didn't get a dime for this. I bet Yawaji Kanawi doesn't even know what a Game Boy is, nor that his visage was used in an ad.
I also wonder, because this is the time when we were not above such practices. I almost wonder if Yawaji Kanawi is actually from like Cleveland, Ohio, and they just painted him red and stuck a pencil through his nose and stuck his ass in front of the camera.
That could well be, and I think that you finally hit the meat of the matter here. Let's move on. This is an ancient ad, but I'm wondering, pull the cords. Curves of Youth will be yours if you will pull these cords. It will give you give the flesh resiliency and freshness of youth. It will prevent double chins and effaces double chins and reduces enlarged glands. It is Professor Max Chin Reducer and Beautifier.
You know what, Bill? I think I want to buy this because I definitely want to enlarge my glands and lower my chin fat by pulling this little strap. What's it like? Wiggle my face and get the.
I don't know. That looks kind of dangerous. It looks a little like it might hurt.
You know, I feel like what was that insane asylum you went to? Was it Penhurst or whatever?
Oh no, it was a Trans-Allegheny lunatic asylum.
Oh, there you go. Okay, this looks like something they would put on like one of them to like calm them down, like hey,
or to shut them up in they're
right.
Screaming and they yank the two things down. And,
right. Or to hold their mouth shut so they swallow their medicine or something. I don't know.
Oh no. Here we go. Don't worry, darling. You didn't burn the beer. Schlitz.
That's actually pretty good.
Look at that pan. What's she burning there?
Who cares? He's still got the beer. He doesn't care.
Look, she's wiping her tears away. She probably snotted in that rag too.
All right. Well, and again, here we got the dude in the suit and tie in the kitchen, which is just great because that was like the other guy with the suit and tie in the kitchen. I guess in the 50s or 60s, you wore your suit and tie in the kitchen.
I think he just got home from work and he had to wear a suit and tie to work.
Well, and sure, but what's the first thing you do if you had to wear a suit and tie to work when you get home, Bill?
Get that monkey suit off and get into some decent clothes. But, you know, it was a different era. It was a different era back then. I mean, I can remember Ward Cleaver coming home. I don't think he went straight to the room and put on his sweater or anything. He just, you know, but anyway, looked like he just walked in the door. He smelled something burning and he went in the kitchen and she's in there bawling her eyes out. because she ruined dinner. And
And
instead of
he
taking
got a
her
beer
over,
so he could deal with it.
yeah, instead of taking her over his knee and whipping her ass for doing it like that other guy did with the stale coffee, he went and got a beer, right? And he said, "Don't worry, baby, I'm not gonna spank you for this. Let's have a beer together." So I would say that this guy's a step above that guy that was spanking his wife for the stale coffee. What do you think there, Jones?
You know, he's drinking his problems away. He's got a hysterical woman with a burnt supper. So he's like, you know what? I'm getting loaded. Forget it. I ain't dealing with none of this crap. We're going to get us a Schlitz. Have you ever drank a Schlitz beer, Bill?
Probably.
I know I have. Those are like straight out of the 70s. They belong in the Pabst Blue Ribbon family with the
I've drank those before for sure.
With the Blatz. You ever had a Blatz?
No,
those
but
taste like they sound. Have a Blatz. Those are 70s.
But I will say this: they probably taste better because if you notice they're in bottles.
Oh yeah, everything's better out of the bottle.
Sure. Now, if you want to get rid of depression for good,
Hams.
Phosphorine tonic wine. What'd you say there?
Lack just said my favorite beer. Hams beer from the land of the spy blue waters. And that's exactly where I am, in the great Minnesota. Hams beer.
If you want to say no to tired, fagged out feelings now, it's Phosphorine tonic wine for health and strength. And I'm sure everybody's wondering what Phosphorine tonic wine is. It is mostly alcohol with a little bit of caffeine added to it for that extra pep, so that you can get drunk off your ass and not feel sleepy while doing it. And that will cure you of depression and fagged out feelings and everything.
It's funny to me that they use that term, the fagged out, you know, and it's amazing that it meant something else back then.
It means a bundle of sticks, or it means one of these things that I keep smoking, I thought.
Well, yeah, and that's a funny story. When I was in high school, and I was a smoker when I was a stupid kid, and I was smoking a cigarette on the beach, and this British kid walks up to me, and he says, "Excuse me, can I bum a fag off you?" And I went, "What?" Because I had no idea what he was saying to me.
Mm-hmm.
And he said it again. "Can I bum a fag off you?" And again, I was like, not sure what to do. And then his friend went, "He's asking for a cigarette. He doesn't mean that." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, here, I have a couple of them." You know, like, but I didn't know what he was saying. And that's when I learned that a fag means a cigarette in Europe. We didn't call that where I came from.
Are you suffering from flu hangover? Phosphorine tonic wine will put new strength into you. If you are nervy, depressed, this vitalizing drink will give you a new joy of living. Phosphorine tonic wine lifts you up when you are low, puts you right with the world. Get a bottle today and see how swiftly it does you good. And you get you a large 3.9 champagne size, quart size bottle of this shit, and you drink it down, and you won't be depressed until you wake up from the stupor that you go into from drinking this shit, and then you're back depressed again, I would say. A most delightful beverage, cheering and comforting. And why is it showing women in these ads?
Well, I mean, I think women are much funner to look at than men, but I may be biased in this. So
I would think. I was recommended by a friend to try Phosphorine tonic wine, and now I have 2 bottles, and I feel a different person altogether. I get none of that tired, fagged out feeling at about 4:30 now, and my health and appetite have improved tremendously, and I've been able to follow my employment regularly. I feel I owe a lot to Phosphorine Tonic Wine, and you can always depend on my recommending it, Ms. R of Oldham. So apparently she's drinking this shit at work.
I'm guessing so. Probably going to be fired soon.
Oh, for drinking Phosphorine Tonic Wine for her nerves and fagged out feelings? Why say, Joneser, that would be horrible for her to get fired for taking her medicine.
Yeah, you think that this stuff was abused?
I think that the depression lifting and everything else was all up to the alcohol, personally.
Yeah, quite honestly, I've seen that backfire. I've seen people get drunk and they just ended up more sad and more depressed, and they weren't feeling any better at all.
Caffeine you add to the freaking alcohol, it's not going to lift you up. It's still a depressant.
Well, now they're just going to be depressed with more energy.
But if you really want an ideal brain tonic, Coca-Cola is the one, specifically for headaches, and it also relieves mental and physical exhaustion. Did you know that?
I did. You know, like we all love a good caffeine burst or a little cup of coffee, cup of zing. You know, and back in the day, they had something that zinged and zanged. You had that cocaine.
Driving that train, have cocaine.
Joneser, you better watch your speed.
Oh no. If you want to get down on the ground, cocaine.
Cocaine. You know, I keep going into Joneser story time, but real quick, I used to play in a rock and roll band, right? We did cover songs.
Did you do
one of the said cover songs was Cocaine, Eric Clapton version. And we're playing this, and we're at the park playing this song, and my lead singer looks around and he sees a field full of little kids. And he's a Christian man of God, and he doesn't feel right saying cocaine in front of a bunch of kids, but we've already started the song. So quickly he's rolling through his mind, what word can I use other than cocaine to sing this song? And for whatever reason, I think he thought of the Hank Hill and King of the Hill. So he said, so you want to get down with the crowd, propane.
Oh, yeah.
It's all right. Propane. And you've seen the mothers thumbs up in us. Like, thank you, guys.
I just did a little bit of that. Okay, wait a minute. I got.
We are experiencing some technical difficulties here.
Apparently, you blanked out for just a second, but you came right back. Susan.
Oh, did I?
That was all just not real. I was just playing. Okay, it's a joke. In case we get dinged for doing illegal things on the air. There, you went away again there, Joneser. And you're back again. You keep blanking out on me, bro. Can you see the next slide? Are you seeing things there? Can you hear me, Jones?
I couldn't hear you for a while.
Yeah, you blanked away. You went black.
Uh-oh.
You're back, though. And you're back just
on
in time for the Lane Bryant ad here for the Chubbies. If you're chubby, you can get a free fall and winter fashion book full of chubby size clothes that you can buy. Damn, there Joneser went away again. And Joneser back again. Joneser is having technical difficulties tonight now. And he's black and back and black. He's back in black. Let's pull it up here. Ah, Joneser. Are you there? Hello? Maybe he's rebooting. Yeah, he went away and he came back. I don't see him here in the control room. If you could hear me, Joneser, reboot your system or something. I'm going to move on to the next slide here. He keeps bowing in and out on me here. We're getting close to the end. Here we go. We have the fall and winter fashion book full of charming chubby size clothes. I don't know. Maybe some lady here in the chat can help me out here. I don't know what girl sizes are. The pick of that girl's supposed to be chubby. If she's a 8.5, she's chubby. Like I never met a woman she didn't love. Oh geez, mom's gonna bring a little kiss to music unless you explain it to them depending upon their age. Lack loves him some chubbies. I'm getting a drip. Listen to yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about women's sizes, but apparently if you're a girl size 8.5, 10.5, 12.5, 14.5, thank you for sending me a tip on the Streamlabs there, OBS. Teen sizes 10.5, 12.5, 14.5, 16.5. It pictures the newest dresses, coats, suits, sweaters, underthings, shirts, blouses for girls and teens. It's too chubby to fit into regular sizes, and everything is priced the same as the regular sizes. Lane Bryant, chubby clothes. Now, once again, successful marriages start in the kitchen. Now the new mistress of the house can go right ahead with some of those girlhood dreams, planning lovely meals for her man, preparing all sorts of interesting little dishes, and safe in the knowledge that Pyrex is going to make failure-free cooking easy. So apparently they just got married, and the first thing they did was go in the kitchen and make dinner. Let's see what everybody's got to say about that one. I'd agree that 14 and up is probably chubby. Shade in the summer and warmth in the winter. As she should. I'd say the bedroom, then the kitchen. Yeah, I don't know. Apparently not in this particular case. Good God, she's still wearing her wedding gown. She put her apron on and went straight in the kitchen and started cooking. I don't know. That's what else we got here in the old slideshow. What in the hell is in those hot dogs there, Joneser?
Hey there.
You see the feed?
I can.
Can you see the looks on these people's faces as they chow down on those delicious, wonderful cocaine-laced hot dogs?
You know, that's they look like zombies.
They look like that they're awfully happy and alert and pepped up by those hot dogs.
You know what they reminded me of? They remind me of that. They remind me of that Soundgarden.
Are you
They
hearing?
remind me of the Soundgarden. They remind me of the Soundgarden video, Black Hole Sun.
Yeah.
Where their little faces like in the video.
Can you understand what he's singing in there? I have a hard time with that. Black Hole Sun.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Away the rain. Yeah, I don't get it. I just remember I think the song became popular because the video was weird. That's what this picture is weird like that video.
Apparently, this was to sell hot dogs. I don't know.
Well, they
Everybody-
screwed up. They don't even have the name of the hot dog on the picture. Which hot dog am I supposed to buy? Am I buying Bar 5, Oscar Mayer? Talk to me here.
I don't know, but apparently there's some drug or something in these hot dogs. There's more than just hot dogs going on here. Look at those eyes. Jesus Christ. Okay. When is it not illegal to kill a woman?
It's always illegal to kill a woman, Bill.
When we first looked at this ad, we tried to figure out what they were selling. What are they selling in this ad?
Domestic violence.
No.
I have no idea.
Let's check out the chat here, see if anybody there has got any ideas. I would not eat those dogs, says Lex Siverack. They have ketchup on them, says All Music Fan 88. Won't you come and wash away the rain? Black Hole Sun. Won't you come? Won't you come? Won't you come? She said, come.
Yeah, I did.
What?
They're selling hammers.
Oh, they're selling
That kind
hammers. Selling ketchup. No. I will tell you what this ad is selling. It is selling postage meters.
What's it selling?
Postage meters. You've got one in there in your house to make the little postage for your packages when you send them off to the people that
You mean it
sell
sells
to.
the thing I print the ticket on, the mailing slip?
Let me read this little story here. Look at this man's face and look at this woman's face as I read this, and I also pay attention to the people in the background, hee hee and ha ha. For 6 months, I've been the ears of the home office to get a postage meter. I win. And then the only good, fast, dependable, honest to goodness stenographer I got is this redhead Morrissey, who balks at the postage meter. I have no mechanical aptitude. Machines mix me up, kinda, she says, as if we asked her to fly an airplane. I almost blew my top. Postage meter, I explained, is modern, more efficient, a time saver. No more adhesive stamps, no stamp box. And who's got a key? No running out of stamps you need, no scrounging, no stamp sticking. Just set the lever for any kind of stamp you want and for any kind of mail, and the meter prints the stamp out right on the envelope with a date postmark. And it seals the flap at the same time, for goodness sake. Faster, mailing by hand, print stamps on tape for partial post, will handle anything that we have to mail out of this office, and even keeps its own records. And metered mail doesn't have to be postmarked and canceled in the post office if it gets going earlier. It's practically a heaven's gift to the working girl. And on and so on. But with Morrissey, no so. So apparently, because she won't use his state-of-the-art postage meter, he wants to unalive her.
That seems to be a bit of an overreaction, Bill. I think that it's never okay to unalive a person unless you are defending your own life. Yeah, I don't get it.
I'll postage meter your ass. And what does this have to do with unaliving a woman? Asked OBS. I asked myself that over and over again as I posted this into this little slideshow. Oh, okay, then that's acceptable. I could read the ad, and so that's how I knew, said Lex Siverack. Okay. Yeah, I think that this is a bit of an overreaction. We do not kill our best stenographers because they refuse to learn how to use the postage meter. Here we go. DDT is good for me. DDT is good for me. Look what we have here. We have a singing, dancing puppy dog, a singing, dancing apple with a little girl and a cow and a potato and a rooster, and they're all singing how good that DDT is.
Really? Where was the FDA on this? Like,
that it wasn't
are you
created
kidding
yet.
me?
Yeah, I think the FDA was created just for this.
Yeah.
DDT is a chemical used to kill insects like mosquitoes and horn flies, and was used extensively in the 1950s. It was sprayed everywhere. It was the fumes were sprayed directly on children as they played in swimming pools. And as a result, we found out years later that it was carcinogenic, causing cancer. So yeah, it was good for steers, and the beef did grow meatier and got fatter quicker because no horn flies were eating their asses up, and the fruits and vegetables were bigger because no little insects were over there eating them up before they got good and ripe, and the people weren't being eat up by mosquitoes, but they were also being eaten alive on the inside out by cancer caused by said DDT. And look, at the height of this insane nonsense, you could buy DDT sprays and powders so that you could DDT your own house and fill it up with cancer-causing agents as well, because DDT is good for me.
So I wonder, this is where the Jake the Snake got the name for that DDT.
Did Jake the Snake call it a DDT, or was that Diamond Dallas Page?
Yeah, his was a diamond cutter. Yeah, I guess he does. That's DDP.
Oh, my bad. Thank you there, Joneser.
We do DDP yoga. We do DDT cancer.
Yeah, I think that's where the DDT came from. Yeah. Penn Salt Chemicals, 97 years of service to the industry, farm and home. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Now, once again, we have women in the kitchen. I think that this is a kind of a running theme here tonight. We all know a woman's place is in the home, cooking a man a delicious meal.
It says that on there, right, Bill? That's not just coming from you.
It says it right there on the freaking ad. I'm reading every word of it right off of there. And she looks happy, too, with her little foot up in the air, daintily looking out the window at her man playing with the child outside while she's inside, making sure that he has a nice, fresh cup of coffee when he gets in there. Look at that coffee pot there in the sink.
Yeah.
Got a little apron on.
Coffee.
Look, she's got the little bow tied up in the back. Isn't that cute?
He got her little leg kicked up, just waiting. Oh, look at him holding the kid. I can't wait to throw this coffee pot at his head.
I bet she's wearing pearls, just like Beaver's mom, June Cleaver. Now, this is a lot to unpack here, folks, in this ad. Let's go very slowly. We're selling Ivor Johnson revolvers. Papa says it won't hurt us. The child has the revolver there in the bed with her. The ad tells us now that this is absolutely safe because accidental discharge is impossible. Revolvers are not toys. They bang, bang straight and unalive, and you may need to use them only once in your life, but by now, so that you will have it at that time. Safety, hammerless, and automatic, only $6.
$6 for a freaking, that is awesome. You can't get them for that no more.
No. Ivor Johnson's Arms and Cycle Works. So they're selling bang bangs and bicycles or motorcycles. One, I don't know. And of course, the child has it there. This little girl has it there because Papa says it won't hurt us. But whoever comes in her room is going to get it.
Yeah. I've always been taught that the little kids and guns don't mix. That's kind of been my upbringing. So, yeah. This is a little
all kinds of wrong.
Yeah.
This is all kinds of wrong. But apparently when this ad was put out, which this looks like it's probably maybe 1900s.
Yeah, I would say early 1900s at this price. Might even be 1800s at those prices.
God. Even back then, nobody put a gun in the bed with their child, right? Right. Please.
I would like to hope to think not. I'd also, I accidental discharge. Like, I bet you if she threw that on the floor, it would.
Oh, it's absolutely safe. No accidental discharge. That's impossible, Joneser.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I like how it's pointed like right at her foot. Like, let's just go ahead and bet your foot on that.
Yeah. Okay, moving right along. I don't know what this ad is selling. Apparently, it's projectors. But I don't see any projectors in that picture except for the projections coming out of her chest.
What? Okay, I don't even know where to start. I like the haircut, so we'll start there. Cool name.
Okay.
I like she's got a nice little smile. Those don't look natural. And then whatever she's trying to sell there, those ain't real, right?
They didn't have silicone breastises back in those days.
Yeah, but they stuffed bras back in those days, and that looks like a stuff job to me. That don't look like real.
I don't know. I wouldn't think that they would look so perky if it were stuffed. I think they would look stuffed.
Nah, that ain't real. There ain't no way.
All right, so I'm gonna get to the chat here because the chat's busy talking about that last one that we talked about. Let's see. I hear a train coming. God forbid someone takes responsibility for keeping the family fed. My only question is, where does that ad come from? OBS. Well, it did get worse. That was actually Sivrak here with some interesting things for you there, Joneser. That was actually a safe gun. It had a grip safety like a 1911.
Oh, cool. So they weren't.
If you teach your
full of it.
Yeah, you couldn't accidentally discharge it. You had to actually hold it in a proper way in order for it to fire.
Well, and I imagine you had to cock it as well and do all the
No,
things.
it was hammerless. It was a hammerless gun.
Right, it said that. It did say hammerless.
If you teach your kids how to use them, you won't have problems. And those the safety hammerless was 1890s to 1930s.
Now, that being said, I'm a gun guy, said gun safety guy, all that. You still didn't just give your kid one to go to bed and play with, right?
I wouldn't do that. No.
I'm all for taking kids to the range with you, teaching them how to be proper and when to, practice safety. That's always a thing. But hey, I'll put this under your pillow because, that's why.
OBS says projecting titties. Attorney and Lip says that's Madonna's mom. Black Sivrak says that bras were made that way back in those days.
This is just some
by God, I wish they were still made that way. Oops, did I say that out loud?
They seem to be pointed this way to me.
They seem like projectiles, maybe missile tips. They were probably real. That's just the way the bra was. They made pointy titty bras, says OBS. And she would know because she's a chick, right? She knows. Lax Sivrak says he's been sleeping with a gun since he was 8. I believe that. Yeah, any kid that age should have a teddy bear in the bed, not a gun. Well, she's got her little dolly there with her, right?
Wait, she did. I think she did have a dolly. Maybe the dolly had a one too.
Oh, any kid that age. Wait a minute. There we go. OBS laughing. All right, let's go back to the. All right, once again, help me out, Jones. Is there a projector in this picture besides the projecting breast seas?
I did happen to notice at the bottom there is some kind of device under the roof, the ceiling, porch, whatever's going on there.
Oh, I see it now. Okay, all right. Sabrina is demonstrating the world's finest projections coming out of her chest. All right,
it's a projector, right? So the thing, does it film or does it just show things that have already been filmed?
I don't care. I'm just still looking at that amazing chest.
Well, I'm just wondering if we could film it and then project it in the wall, shirt optional.
I think you're on to something there, Jones.
I do have a little something between my ears. I know what people like.
Okay, as much as I hate to move to the next slide, let's move along here. Camel cigarettes are probably the most healthy cigarettes that there are in the world because more doctors smoke Camels than any other cigarette. Did you know that, Jones?
That Camels are smoked by more doctors?
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. That must mean that they're the healthiest cigarette out there. I think that's science because I saw it on an ad. That means it's true.
Yeah, exactly. A nationwide survey says that more doctors smoke Camels than any other cigarette. Now, look at the T-zone there on that woman's face. Your T-zone will tell you T for taste and T for throat. And that's your proving ground for any cigarette. And see if Camels don't suit your T-zone to a T.
It just takes me back to a simpler time, Bill, when we were actually allowed to advertise for cigarettes in magazines and on television commercials, and they had a place. Now they're like the sick uncle you don't talk about.
The doctor is a scientist, a diplomat, and a friendly, sympathetic human being, all in one, no matter how long and hard his schedule is. And he likes to relax with a Camel cigarette.
I'd walk a mile for a Camel.
I actually used to smoke Camels long time ago, but I quit and smoking the Camels and went to the Winston Lights because they're made of pure tobacco and they don't have any additives in them because they're all natural. And we know from all the propaganda, ads that we've been told that anything that's all natural has to be good for you, right, Joneser?
Absolutely.
Even Santa Claus smokes Lucky Strike cigarettes because Lucky Strikes is Lucky's as a light smoke of rich, right-bodied tobacco because it's toasted. And Santa Claus looks kind of toasted there as he takes a drag off of that cigarette.
I kind of like Santa Claus with a Coke bottle in his hand rather than the cigarette there. I'm worried he's going to light his nice little beard on fire, much as I worry for you sometimes, my friend.
No chance of that, but Santa does look happy, and far be it from me to tell him what he can and cannot do with cigarettes or whatever he's got there. Whatever it takes to get through that night that he's got to do, because he only comes but once a year.
You know, 90% of married men the same way. So it just is what it is. You know.
Which brings us to the end of tonight's slideshow. So the question is, which of the ads tonight disturbed you the most? Please answer in the comments after the video is over with so that we can fill the comment box up. And
well, I already know mine. I know exactly which one mine is that disturbed me the most, but I'd like to hear yours, Bill. Which one disturbed you the most?
Thinking back on things, you go back through these here, and I'll pop it up on the screen here if I can get two of them here. Which one was the most disturbing to me? I have to say, and I'm going to get back here to it. It's going to take me a second to get back because it was one of the very first.
Well, while you're thinking or trying to find yours, I guess I'll just spit mine out. Mine was that one.
Yeah, that's the one that disturbed me the most as well.
Yep. Same.
I have no further words for this other than this is all kinds of wrong. There's nothing right about this ad. Whoever the ad man was that came up with this ad needs to be taken out back and flogged within an inch of his life with a flail.
Yeah. I like Lax thought that maybe the cellophane is filled with an antibiotic fluid and the baby's just fine. I like to think that.
Thank you for trying to help at least, Lack. Oh yeah, that's the worst, says OBS. Yes, that's the worst, says Radical Mom. Lack says the babies do suspend their first 9 months of life suspended in fluid. That's correct. Well, OBS says I'd like to have forgotten about that one, but we brought it back up again. Okay, yeah. We're here to please. Right. Thanks a lot, Bill. I can't unsee it.
Quite honestly, I don't like looking at this one. You should go back to the projector. I liked looking at that projector.
The projector. All right. Well, let me bring the projector up, and we'll look at the projector or the projection.
It was better than the baby, that's for sure. Well, I enjoyed her.
Wait a minute now. As I go back through here, I'm presented with this gem right here.
Oh, that was a good one too. That was a good one too. Again, I think the only part of this that disturbed me was that it was children engaging in this, but you know.
Oh, and for Cliff, well, Sir Cliff is no longer with us. Attorney any lips. Don't forget booties. We got to have some booty.
Yeah, actually, I want to change my vote. This was my favorite one, not the pointy booby one. That looked like the Tomb Raider girl.
So you're a ass man.
Yeah, I kind of I like the backside better than front side.
I'm an ass man. Going back over here to the projectiles. You sure? You sure about that? You sure? You sure? You sure? You sure? Look at them missiles. Come on now. You poke your eye out. Y'all poke your eye out.
You poke your eye out, kid.
Where's the men? They're in the background looking with eyeballs. This booty,
I wonder. We're always looking for show ideas and things to do. I wonder, could we do a show where we show the old cigarette ads, or would we just get demolished for that?
We get demolished for everything.
So we might as well have fun anyway.
Right. Absolutely. And if you want us to continue doing this, we're going to have to get some donations here because YouTube didn't give me shit for none of this. And I'm certainly not getting anything from anybody else. We're nowhere near our goal tonight. We got about $10 toward 50.
Bill, who needs tonight? We've got tomorrow.
Are you going to be with me tomorrow, white man?
Yes, sir. Yes, I think I will be.
We're going to look at these figures that I made tomorrow and check out some of the things that came in the mail. I got something very special. I'm going to be working on a red Beastman figure tomorrow. I've got something from Barbarossa Customs that will make the perfect first comic storyline Beastman, completely red, exactly comic accurate. Lax Sivrak says, make a PayPal and post the link and let folks send you money directly to you. If you use that Streamlabs link that's up there pinned in the comment, it does exactly that through Streamlabs. That's him, buddy, but he's not orange.
Yeah, my Beastman is orange.
And mixing it up says OBS. And Lax Sivrak says F YouTubes. Now, you don't have to send me a super chat. You can send me a Streamlab tip that goes directly into my PayPal, and I see it immediately. As a matter of fact, OBS has sent me a couple of tips on PayPal, and that may take us a little closer to our goal tonight, because I haven't been the counter down here doesn't count the tips from Streamlab. And you got more than $10. I sent 15. Okay, so we're what? Add 15 to 10, so we're 25. So we're halfway there.
We're halfway there. Wow, Jones has got no hair.
I'm fixing to have no hair. I'm going to go down to the dollar store tomorrow. I'm going to buy that cut your own hair kit that you get to see on the ad on the TV. They got them over at Dollar General in the as seen on TV aisle, and I'm going to get that and cut my own hair for free. And OBS, you're always too kind. I agree with you there, Joneser. Thank you, girl. So you did get us halfway there. Maybe we'll get the rest of it tomorrow. I usually don't get a whole lot of donations during the toy store section, story section, because a lot of the toy collectors who do come in for the Sunday show, they don't know how to send super chats like you guys that have been around.
Why that is, Bill. You know why that is.
No, I don't.
They're collecting toys. They're broke.
Broke, just broke. So broke they can't even cry. They're so broke.
They're buying all their money with toys.
You can't take it with you. Who knows how long we'll be around? That's right. We don't.
Got that
right. Live every day as if it were your last. Is what I've always heard.
It's one day it will be.
Yep. And hark, what's that do I hear in the background? Is it playing?
I don't hear nothing.
I thought I turned it on. Did I turn it on?
Bam,
there it goes.
There it is.
There it goes. Yeah, there's the ducks. And Sue Studio giving us duck emojis for the ducks. What have you got coming up, Jones? I know you got a lot on your plate over there. Do you have something that you're on for us?
I had two things that are cooking. One, first and foremost, we are still trying to get my buddy Clifton to 100 subscribers, so we're still giving away this comic book. So if you go to my channel, there's a video showing how to enter. I'm not going to get into it now. 9.8 comic book, mailed at my expense. We got to get Cliffy 100 subscribers. That sucker's going in the mail to somebody. The other thing we got, Skull Ship.
Oh my God, you got the damn, that's right, you did get a Skull Ship. I remember when you found that thing on the shelf, and that was the only one you saw there too, wasn't it?
It was. I thought I had a whole row of them, Bill, and I was going to get you one, but it was all whirly bats behind the Skull Ship. There was only one. They almost
Is there
didn't sell
another
them.
place you could go look for them?
I hit both Walmarts, and I will do it again soon.
Hitting them. They may put another one back on the shelf. You never know.
Well, Bill, I'll be watching for you, or anybody else in the chat. I would send it to you.
I got something for you for trade. This is a Green
100%.
Lantern and a Sinestro unopened right here in the box, straight from BBT. Straight from McFarlane Toy Store. So
sure. No, I will get you one. That's plenty of trade bait for me, for sure. Those are the 2 figures I need.
yeah, and I'm going to go ahead and admit something to you guys. I'm getting a Reverse Flash. It's coming from Japan. I paid $45 with free shipping for it. Do you think I got a good price?
You know what? Time will tell. You thought you went too far with Black Mana. Black Mana is trending $80-$90. How much you pay for Black Mana, Bill?
About the same, about $40.
Well, in about 4 to 6 months, if Reverse Flash is going for $80-$90, are you going to feel like you got a good deal?
Yeah, I do.
Now, let's reverse that. Since it's Reverse Flash, if in 4 to 6 months you find a wall full of Reverse Flashes like John Stewart going on clearance for $5, are you going to feel like you had a good deal?
No, I won't. But you know what? I don't think that's going to happen, because just like Black Mana, Reverse Flash is going to be short packed, 1 to a case. So you got 6 figures in a case with 1 Reverse Flash in it. So if they do hit the shelves, which I think that they won't, because I think that wave is lost. We haven't seen it in the stores. The only way we ever got it was through online sales, right?
I didn't even see them up there.
Exactly. So I know some people have found some Black Manas in the in their GameStops. The Reverse Flash was seen in Canada in GameStop and a few Walmarts here in America, here or there. But everybody that ever found one found one.
I never saw them.
I went to Walmart today and didn't even bother to do a toy hunt video because it was so barren in there. Do you know who was on the shelf there, Jones? Or guess who was on the shelf at Walmart? John Stewart. There were plenty of him. There was 1 Batmobile. There was a Supermobile for $4. I bought that. There was a Batwing for $6. I bought that because they were on clearance. They were getting rid of that shit. 1 Batmobile, no other superpowers vehicles. On the Motu side, guess who was hanging out there on the shelf?
Naked Stratos.
Naked Stratos was there in all of his glory, right there on the front freaking peg. However, I will say this much: behind him was a Snake Armor Skeletor, and behind him was a Snake Armor Man-at-Arms.
I'd be happy to see a Naked Stratos at my Walmart. It gave up on Masters of the Universe. Both of them did. If I want Masters of the Universe, I go to Target or I don't find it.
Love you too, Lack. I love each and every one of you guys. Susudio is sleepy. Lack Sivrak says family. I agree. And win some, lose some. If it makes you happy, you won, says OBS. Thank you. I appreciate that little vote of support. And as the ducks fade away here, we're going to play the end credits and we're going to say good journey to everybody. Special thanks to the channel supporters. Without your help, these adventures would not be possible. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed today's adventure, please hit like, subscribe, and share the video.